Hey, it's Sam here, welcome back to the videos. I'm here today at Zone again to show you a full shoulders workout. So I'm going to concentrate on the deltoids. That's what I normally do, as I feel that too much on the traps can make the shoulders look a little rounded and less broad, which is not so good for a classic physique. So that's what I concentrate on. So it's going to be every angle on deltoids, a little bit on traps to finish, and show you some different exercises to last time. I'm just having a coffee at the moment now because I'm training a little bit earlier than usual. I'm going to finish this and then get set up on some overhead pressing, followed by all those deltoids isolations and then traps, and have a good full workout again. I'm going to start with the overhead pressing on the Smith machine. Now, I always like training on the Smith machine when I'm on my own because it means that I can push to failure really when I really can't manage anymore without the risk of it coming down on me training on my own and not a spotter. I can get the safety blockers in there or just re-ratchet it on. Much safer on my own. And one of you commented on one of the previous videos about me on the pushing not always doing the full rep, doing kind of partials. I just find that with chest pressing and shoulder pressing, the last portion of the exercise, last portion of the movement is kind of all triceps, not so much pectorals or delts. So it's to keep the tension on the pectorals or delts when I do that kind of pushing there. So you'll see that in the exercise once I got onto the Smith machine. I'm just getting ready now. One of the only disadvantages with using this setup is it's always going to take you a little longer to get ready for your first set by getting the seat in the right position, because you want the bar coming down just in front and you want it evenly spaced left to right so that you're right in the middle. So I've just been tinkering with it there. I can check that the bar's coming down in the right place, as you see. And then the next thing is you've got the safety stoppers, and there's loads of places where these can ratchet onto to the side of the machine here, and I just check that before the first set that that's going to be in an appropriate place to save me. So I want it a bit higher and put that up to there, that it's going to come down just below my chin if I do happen to fail on one of those reps, and then get it right on the other side. Just double check that there, and that's me set up. I'm going to be able to work really hard on the Smith machine safely, the seat in the right place, aligned correctly for where the bar's coming down, and that I'm not too far to the left, too far to the right. So that's all set up now, and I'll get on with set one. So I'm starting with 1.5 plates on each side, and I hope to increase from here after set one. Set one, here we go. So I've just put another 5 on each side, so it's a 20, a 10 and a 5 on each side here. This one's the Cybex Smith machine. Generally well-made stuff, but it's the Smith machine where it's straight up and down, not the one on the diagonal angle. I don't really find too useful for many exercises. So decent bit of kit, extremely versatile Smith machine. And I'm going to do set 3 into set 4 as a drop set here. So starting with the 20, 10 and the 5, and probably dropping down to just the 20s. those. Always easier when you got company, of course. Ah, that was good. I'll put all this rubbish away and get on to the next exercise. Right, I'm going to move on to the isolation exercises now. And I recommend when you do all deltoids isolations that you basically just do the side delt and the rear delt. Don't really worry about the front delt or anterior delt as they call it, because it gets incorporated into so much of the pressing that we do, even flat pressing, but certainly incline bench pressing, all those exercises where we're focusing on chest. So for most bodybuilders, most people that train even, the front delt is overdeveloped compared to the rest, so very rarely does it require isolation work, in my opinion. So all the isolation work that's going to follow is going to focus on the side and the rear of the deltoid, starting with the Watson lateral raise, but out to the sides. Now the advantage with a machine like this is that you're working against the same resistance all the way through the motion, whereas when you're with dumbbells doing lateral raises, all this portion of the exercise you're barely working against gravity at all, and then all the resistance comes in that final bit, whereas you get the same resistance with a machine on a cable all the way through the motion. So that's why I like to regularly include machines like this in those kind of exercises. So I'm going to do set 1 on this Watson machine, and you'll see exactly what I mean. I've got 25 on each side. With a machine on its own, it's quite heavy, so I don't need to add too much here. I'll get on the platform for set 2. The weight feels good, so I'm going to leave it as it is. On some of the reps, I'm feeling that temptation to shrug, so if I keep the weight where it is, I can kind of concentrate on not doing that, so that I'm keeping the focus on the delts and not bringing the traps in too much, so they will get exercised later. So set 3, here we go. And last one, I'm going to do another drop set here where you can see the whole thing. Just take the 5s off and go into the second part of the set. I can really feel it in my delts now. This is definitely one of my favourite machines when it comes to the delts. Oh, ended up being partial reps at the end there as well. That is tough. Anyway, next exercise, rear delts. Come with me. So as we come this way, past that machine and chuck a left, we're coming into the main shoulders area now. And that's what I would have been doing if I'd been doing the first exercise, free weights. I'll be using that rack there for military press. So there's all sorts of pressing stuff here. And this is the isolation we're coming onto for rear delts, where you're lying on the front. So I lie on the front and I've got the elbows under the pads here to raise back like this for the rear delts, and I have to just put my face through the hole here, so hopefully I don't catch herpes or whatever. I'll get in here for set 1. I can manage more weight on that, stand by and I'll rack up more. Set 2 now. And last one, I've just dropped it down to the 20s, took 5s off there. I'm now moving on to rope face pulls. This is another good one for the side and rear delts, but I like to put the cable about halfway down so that I can sit into it and be a little bit more stable on my feet. Remember to keep your elbows up for this one, because if your elbows come too far down, it brings in your lats and pulling it back. So I like to twist my hands outwards, elbows up and pull here. Set 1. Now previously, I was doing it on the other stack, which was a touch heavier, so I think I can put the full stack on here. Let's see how we get on. So before all that, a brief interlude. I've just been asked to spot and I don't see any problem with that. So what we're going for, 4 to 6 reps, yeah? 4 to 6, see how we go. Pass it out 3 with me, yeah? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. My bar. Yours. My bar. Good. Good. 3, all yours. 4, excellent. 5. Here if you need it, here if you need it. More. Yeah, it's safe. Take that. Brill. Nice one. I'll send you the link. Well, that was fun. He's building up to his PB again, so I'm sure we'll get there in the coming weeks. And now back to regular programming with the deltoids, face pulls, and I'll put the full stack on here, because why not? I can hit that again on the full stack, no problem. Set 3. I'll go for the last set on here now. I've just seen up on the TV screens they've got a Marcus Rule video on. I would say Rule, Night of Champions 2002, the ultimate beast. Never seen anything quite like that. Yeah, you're going to take a few of these to get shoulders like the Rule. I've made it to the last exercise, so this is something for traps. Don't always do something for traps, as I explained earlier, but maybe every fortnight or every 3 weeks I'll throw in something that's specifically on the shrugging motion. So I'll put these on this rack here. 325 plates on each side. Set 1. Just make sure these don't slip off. And get in for set 2. Anything pulling, always the wrist straps. Get a good grip on that. Here we go again. And that's it for another session. So if you've got any comments, questions, I do respond to them all. Just drop them in below. I'm back for arms tomorrow, which I'm particularly enjoying at the moment with just the huge variety of exercises I can do. But I hope that showed you a few more options for deltoids, particularly the side and rear delts, and explained a few concepts that you may not have been aware of. If you want to see like a down the rack drop set, look at my previous shoulders workout that I was doing in the chapel, which I posted over Christmas time. But I'm going to continue to keep the variety of exercises in, mix it up a bit between the videos to introduce more different exercises and more different aspects of your training, really. So thanks for watching if you made it this far, and please consider subscribing if you like the videos. I'm going to get my post-workout meal and start recovery, so I'm good to make another one tomorrow. Cheers.